Yo, it's your boy Red here, and I'll be reviewing Kingdom Hearts, man. I love this game. It's one of my favorite game series, although I only played the first and the second one. This is just a review on the first game, alright? What is Kingdom Hearts for you guys coming into this game, especially since the third one's only a year away? Well, Kingdom Hearts starts off... Oh, let me tell you, Kingdom Hearts is a game that introduces Disney characters with Square Enix characters and Final Fantasy characters together with some new characters into this world. So for those of you that are big Disney fans, a lot of these characters are in here. For those of you that love Final Fantasy characters, many are in here. And for those that like a good story with some good, you know, fun, adventurous kind of game, this is for you, man. Our story follows one main character, Sora, who you play as. You know, just a kid hanging out with friends on an island, chilling. Things go down. They want to escape this world, especially because one of their friends, Kairi, comes from another world, so they want to explore the world. And little do they know, they're actually heading for a big fucking thing that's coming their way. The darkness, the heartless. They're all coming for these kids. This ties in with the Disney characters, since the King Mickey goes and tries to find out what the fuck's going on, why are stars going out and shit like that. That introduces many characters to the series, but Donald and Goofy come and join forces with our main character to travel around and fix these worlds, since he unfortunately became the wielder of the Keyblade, a Keyblade that's able to lock the doors to worlds and make sure that the darkness does not engulf all the light in the universe or whatever. This is what I'm just going off from the first game. Alright, so that's your mission. That's the story of this game. Save it. Alright. Of course, like I said, our main character has many friends, one being Riku, another character who's I believe able to wield the Keyblade as well. I'm not sure. So there's like a rivalry there between them, and things heat up there. But enough of all that. So what's the point of this game? Why are you talking about it, Red? Well, it's a fucking great game, man. Great story, great characters, and a great adventure altogether, man. Great fucking game. Took me 20 plus hours to beat it, and I was running through it pretty fast, man. I was not doing everything that you can do, but you know, that's the way I roll, and that's the way, you know, this game kind of you could do. Yeah, I mean, it's an older game. It came out what? Whew. Man, let me see. Let me check this out. It was released in 2002. So the combat is simple enough. Just hack and slash, jump, stuff like that. But what I did like though is you could improve on the combo. It's not just the same combo over and over again. Oh, in the beginning it is. But you could improve on it and build on it by equipping more keyblades, keychains that change the style of your keyblade, equipping abilities, equipping magic abilities, equipping shared abilities. All that increases the fun of the game and increases the combat range. And you could unlock these as soon as you level up and stuff. There's also summons where you can summon other characters whose worlds you're not visiting, such as Simba Mushu, and many other summons you could find. Bambi for some reason. I never really used them, but all this is great for you to fight your boss battles, the fucking bosses of the Heartless, just little Heartless and stuff. It makes it more fun, more fresh. It's not a repetitive, three move combo, even though after a while kind of feels like that. But you could just keep changing up your stuff, adding bracelets, adding defense mechanisms, stuff like that to increase your odds of not dying. Magic, you can use magic, use fire, fucking ice, gravity, all the magics. Those familiar with Final Fantasy will know all the magic they can use, so stuff like that. Exploring, finding these Trinity things. There's like red ones, blue ones, white ones, other ones, I forget the green ones. These unlock stuff, and you get some more weapons. The white ones especially, use those. Another thing I love about this game is the gummy ship system. This is like a little mini game when traveling to different planets, and I love it. You can build your own ship after you get enough blocks, put lasers on it, put some shields on it. It's like fucking awesome. It's just a little side thing they included, but I loved it. I love building different ships. I love putting different cannons, more fucking big ass engines, increasing that shit, and just basically doing this for fun and playing it for hours. Just go around shooting little ships. You get little fucking balls and stuff like that to increase your gummy block system. Oh yeah, they use gummy blocks, which are these blocks that could just merge together and create flying machines and stuff, which is pretty cool. But yeah, this little segment right here, just shooting blocks and shooting stuff, was really cool. I loved it, and it goes between the worlds. Of course, if you get tired of all that, later on you could easily just get a warp gummy block and don't have to do all this all over again. You can just warp to whatever planet you want to. You don't have to worry about anything. But you could get fucking build ship blueprints, other ones from bad guys. Use those. Like I said, equip more stuff. And man, it's a great little segment. I actually love it. I know it gets taken away in the second game, which kind of sucked, but whatever. That was just my opinion on that. I love that little segment. But what worlds can you visit in the gummy ship? Well, of course you could visit Tarzan, the deep jungle. That's one world you could visit. Pretty cool. Fucking, hang out with Tarzan. You could put him in your party. By the way, you don't always have to be, you and then Donald and Goofy. You can always equip a third party member, but you can only have 2 party members with you, and only Goofy and Donald can help you with the Trinity. So remember that. Another planet you visit is Wonderland. Amazing. I love Wonderland. I never really seen the movie, but visiting this world was pretty great, man. Hanging out with the cat, beating up on cards. Awesome. I love Wonderland, man. Let's see what else. Fucking the Colosseum with Hercules. That was probably the best world, if not. No, it's a good world, mostly because the Hercules Coliseum acts like a battle arena where you could battle stuff, and it's pretty cool. I'll talk about it a little bit more later. Hang out with Winnie the Pooh. That's what's up at the 100-Acre Wood. You find his book, you find pages scattered around the worlds, bring them back, and increases the story for Winnie the Pooh, which is pretty great. You do little mini missions. I love it. Oh, hanging out with fucking Aladdin and Genie in fucking Agrabah. That's what's up. And you know what I do in Agrabah? I do.
Flies near with the stars away from here. Well, you don't know what we can find. Why don't you come with me, little girl, on a magic carpet ride?
Hell yeah, magic carpet rides. Another world you visit is not really a world, but it's a giant whale from Pinocchio. You guys seen that movie? They get stuck inside the well. Well, that's where you meet Pinocchio and Geppetto and hang out with them inside this giant beast called, I think they call him Mordor or something like that. You'll see the title right now. But you're basically inside a giant whale and fighting inside a giant whale, which is crazy. It's like Finding Nemo or something. Monstro, that's his name. But yeah, it's a pretty cool world. Don't really care much about Pinocchio. Another great world, and probably my favorite, is in this game. You guys don't know? Nightmare Before Christmas, man. Hell motherfucking yeah.
In this town we call home.
Everyone hail to the pumpkin song.
Then of course you also have fucking Peter Pan's World, Wonderland, and London. Get you chill on the big clock and stuff. I love it, man. I love all these worlds. I love these locations. and it's fucking magical, dude. It's just hanging out with Peter Pan, defeating Hook, saving Wendy, chilling with them, and they in turn help you find your friends Kairi and Riku. It's fucking amazing, man. I love this world. It's so magical. Just Disney mixing with Final Fantasy mixing in with a new character, great. The Little Mermaid world was pretty cool. Didn't really enjoy it as much, mostly because the swimming was kind of annoying, and the fighting kind of negated your combos. But luckily, Dethklok helped me through that shit. And then there's Traverse Town, basically the world where all these characters go to when their worlds gets destroyed by the darkness and the Heartless. They go there, so you get to see a lot of characters intermingling that never do. Final Fantasy characters, Disney characters, Donald Duck's nephews, all that shit. So what happens in these worlds? What do you do in these worlds when you go there? Well, as your Keyblade Master, it's your job to go and close all these locks on all these worlds. Now, you don't visit every single one. I'm pretty sure, every world has a giant key lock that you lock. I don't think you visit every single one to lock every single one. You only visit in this game 13 worlds in total. And that's counting Destiny Isles and Hollow Bastion, which I forgot to talk about. That's where the Final Fantasy characters come from. Like I said, Hercules, it acts like a battle arena. You could go there and battle and level up tiers, get equipment from winning matches and stuff like that. There's the Hercules Cup, the Pegasus Cup, the Phil Cup, the Hades Cup, and of course you get to fight fucking Sephiroth. That fool was hard, trust me. And then the rest of the time you're doing the main missions. You can still go explore and stuff, even just save often. This does not have autosave, so save often. So our main character is Sora. Kid, I think he was 14 in the first game, not sure. He's an adventurous kid, likes to hang out with his friends. The only one that pushed him early was Riku to go and see other worlds, but of course he wants to go with them and hang out with Kairi and Riku and see other worlds, right? Who doesn't want to see other worlds? He's adventurous, kind, thinks about his friends. At first is very thick-headed, but comes around with Donald and Goofy. They become best friends. He's a cool dude. I actually love him as a main character. I can't see me playing as anyone else. Maybe Riku, but he's a cool dude though. Very, mellow dude. I definitely can't wait to see him in the other games, and hopefully he still stays the same. Riku's his best friend. They always compete with each other. He's a little bit older, but they've been best friends since they were kids. Unlike Sora, he's more determined, more thick-headed than he is in some ways. He basically uses the darkness to take an advantage and get off of the world. He seems like I'm fucked up. He's a cool dude though. He's probably my second favorite character in the series. I hope he comes out in the other games I have not played yet. Who knows? Kairi is a girl who shows up in Riku's and Sora's world one day after a meteor shower. And you get to see this in another report. I'll mention the report later. But she's from another world, comes to Sora's world, and lights up the fire for Riku and Sora to travel and see other worlds and take her to where she's originally from. She's sweet, cares about Sora and Riku together. Acts more like a mother figure to Sora because he's always sleeping around in the floor. Not sleeping with girls, I'm talking about sleeping on the ground. But we do find out a secret of who Kairi is. And it's not a spoiler. I'm not going to spoil shit. Goofy and Donald are, of course, Disney characters. They're guardsmen and a magician from King Mickey's tower. You get to see that planet, but you don't get to visit it in this game. You do in the second one. And they're the same. If you ever watch any Disney cartoons and stuff like that, they act the same. They don't change it that much. Goofy's Goofy and Donald's, an asshole. But no, they're pretty good characters actually. At first I thought I was gonna hate that they're Disney characters in this game. No, they actually pulled it through. I loved it. I love playing with them. Although, they die a lot and then you have to revive them, but hey, that's just the price you pay for these kind of games, the hack and slash kind of game, But Donald's good with magic, Goofy's good as the defense, tank. So I'll take that, The villains varies in this game. You have Disney villains that know how to use the darkness, you know how to use the heartless, and they basically they same voice actors apparently, so you could pull them out if you've seen any of these movies. So I'm not gonna really tell you all about the villains, except for like the main bad guy villain. But you got like villains like Captain Hook, Ursula, fucking Boogeyman, many other ones from different worlds you visit. So basically every world you go, you could basically fight the bad guy from that story. But the main bad guy though, that's controlling these guys and controls most of the Heartless, is Maleficent, the bad guy from Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, she's one of the main ones. Not the main one. That's another person called Manson. That's kind of spoiling the story for you guys, so I'm gonna stay away from that. Now, the Heartless on the other hand. God, man, I don't remember that many Heartless in different variations. They change depending on what planet you're on or what scenario on, and you'll see it. It's not like you're fighting the same enemy over and over again, just reskinned. There are actually different mechanics to them, especially the bosses, which I loved. I love that when you go to Agrabah, they're wearing a turban and have a scimitar. That's badass. When you go to fucking Nightmare Before Christmas, they're fucking dressed in costumes attacking you. You go to Tarzan, they're fucking monkeys. It's insane. The developers did a great job on this part, switching around and putting different Heartless. The bosses are great. Each one has their own fucking skills and stuff like that, how to defeat them. And there's also secret bosses. Now, I've only seen the Agrabah one and then the Peter Pan one. I've never seen the other ones. I think I might have fought the Nightmare Before Christmas one by accident and I actually defeated him. But I know the other ones are fucking hard. So be prepared to get your ass kicked when fighting these secret bosses, alright? I mean, I got my ass kicked and I was level 50, 60. Some characters you have to be really high up level, but I don't know. Man, I could keep talking about this game forever. There's just so much in it you could do, and the story, man, is great. Merlin's in here, fucking the fairy godmother's here. Dude, there's so much I missed and so much you could talk about, but I'm pretty sure you can see them all through playthroughs or playing this game by yourself. Oh, the music, wow, man. Years later, playing this game with the music, it's fucking still amazing, man. Utada, she sings amazing. She has a new album out, check it out. She's going to do the soundtrack for the third game. She did the soundtrack for the second one too, but I feel like this one was the best one she did. Well, until the third one, who knows. The scores, the musical scores, the new music for every world. They didn't just fucking recycle the music from the movies. They actually did their own scores, did different things. That was amazing. I love that music. I love that's original for this game itself. Oh man, fucking what else? The graphics look good. They updated them, remastered edition. I bought that shit. So they look pretty good. I mean, you once in a while you see some grainy areas, but that's given, dude. This is a fucking almost 20-year-old game. It's insane. Yeah, it's shy 4 years to be 20. Yeah, 16-year-old game, man. Come on. The story's still great, man. Love the Heartless. Love. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about the Ansem report. So Ansem was this guy who discovered the Heartless and was experimenting on them. He's from Hollow Bastion. He's familiar with the Final Fantasy characters. Now, he wrote a report. You can find all these pages after you defeat bosses and stuff like that. You can find them all over the world. They basically explain what happened. Now, it doesn't say every little detail, but you get a whole gist of it, of what's going on, how a person becomes a Heartless, what it takes. A person loses their heart, they become a Heartless, and stuff like that. Everyone has darkness in their heart, and yeah, it's fucking amazing, man. It's a great fucking story. Like I said, I could keep talking about it. This is already gonna be so long review, but yeah, man, it's a great game. You guys should check it out. Now, what would my rating be? What would my score be for this game? I was gonna give it a 10, but then playing through it again and seeing some faults, seeing some issues in here and there, especially with the combat, because you'll see it when you play it, but you end up fighting characters like on narrow passageways that you can fall on each side. You have to go back up. Oh, so annoying. So altogether, man, it's a great game. I recommend it to anyone, but I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. That's just my score, man. But hey, hopefully you made it to the end. This is a pretty long review, and I can still keep going. But thanks for watching. Hit that like, hit that sub. Catch you guys next time.